Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Bada bing, bada bang, bada boom. Good morning, everybody. Now, do we have a stream? Where's my stream? Yay! We're up there. Good morning, YouTube. How is everybody
At
doing?
the bell.
All right, right at the bell. Well, there we are.
This is the kind of market where it is proof that it's absolutely prudent to be trading strangles like this.
Oh, yeah.
If you're going to hold anything overnight over the weekend, that's the way to do it.
And let me get my proper dashboard up. Okay. All right, folks. How are you? Well, good morning. Look, Jeremy, I don't know if you saw this. We just marked out all these levels, right? It was at $10. And while we were trying to figure out the stream, I looked up and it hit every one. It was this thing, they got a new CEO. Wow, look at Spy over here. Good morning, Spy. Unfortunately, I was not able to get your levels like I like to get them. So we'll watch Spy shake out. ETNB, I don't necessarily want that one right there. Looks like we got some momentum here. So happy October. Let's see if by the end of this week we don't get a different market.
The old pop and drop. That's a big old bull trap.
This guy halted. AVCT. And I have old levels on AVCT. Look at that. Let's watch him. Ford just slammed on that 1133.
Gotta love that.
A little slow myself this morning with all this technology stuff today, but was good. All right, Stream Key. Glad you said that. Ooh, what are we doing here?
Spider's got Mardi Gras going on.
Down, down, down. Yeah, Spider's got Mardi Gras. That means everybody's feeling ill. News. It's Monday. Good Monday morning. So glad to be here. PMI manufacturing at 9:45. What do we have here? Investor movement index at 12:30 p.m. Okay. Well, we probably got some news going around because we got a little sell-off going on there. Just give me 1 second. Close the door.
That.
And we're off.
Oh.
Okay. We got a halt over here on a penny stock, by the way, right there. This guy,
Nice.
we had levels on, and they've got, I wouldn't say it's a lot of volume. And we hammered on VWAP on Mr. Spy here. Yeah, that's right. I'm trying not to be too chart nasty, but I'm going to be chart nasty. We like chart.
Just now eating breakfast, so.
Yeah. You are just getting there. So we have some levels there. I didn't get to do my pre-market usual look at my levels and mark out all my levels. Ford just dropped down to 1125. So what is going on in the market today? Why are we having all these wild things happen like this? I do like that this guy halted. Halts are fun. That becomes a level right there. It's going to have to retest, or it might just pop up whenever it opens. See how long they keep it halted. The MES looks like it's forming a morning star on the bottom of its little 10-second channel. As we look at the 10-second channel of the MES, we have a lot of things moving today. Price action is king. Price action is king. That's why I have Chart Nasty up there. I'll be putting together another video. I had a couple of technical difficulties myself. I was trying to get my settings straight. My last video wasn't clear. Does this look good on YouTube, by the way, guys? Any out there on YouTube? I did get my settings right to where I'm putting it out in 1080p. YouTube kept complaining.
I'm going to pull it up on my computer today and check it out, but it looked great on my phone yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the video I did? The test video? Yeah, that was, well, you got to get them on the big screen to see, and it was much clearer. I could read the price lines. This guy he's petering out right here. He's kind of holding out. Look for this to come down a little bit at some point, maybe retrace. Will it hit that level we got at 1752? highly possible. That's already up 35%. Now, penny stocks move up. You'll see those up 120%. But like when you get to the big cap, large caps, you might only see like 0.5% move. Still halted. Hello there.
Oh. That's my dog. He's yelling at me to go out.
Oh, is that your dog? I thought it was somebody talking.
No.
Oh yeah, I get the howl.
His
from the
dog
wolf.
does that. Talks, I mean.
Yeah. All right. Well, looks like we got.
Oh.
So any news I am missing in my lateness to the game today? Wow, look at that.
Remember, Jeremy is AI designed by Skynet, and so he's teaching his dog to talk.
That's right. He is AI, divined by.
Skynet.
On my first day with my new lips, I can't talk.
These Ford puts are going to be great today.
Look at this guy. Choo. What is his news? American Virtual Cloud Technology.
That's that same one I was moving last week, wasn't it?
The one up top, ATXI. Yeah, I was like blown away when I opened it up. They got a new CEO, I think.
Ah, okay. The replacement CEOs are often good news.
I don't know why this guy's moving, and he created a halt. Oh, look what it did. Pop and drop. The halt.
Would this be a good time to buy into a call on Ford, seeing as it's dropped? Or do I wait for the market to level out first?
You might give that a moment. Look left a little bit. It's hitting Friday's close and bouncing right there. But let's see if it continues or if it actually is going to reverse here.
Okay.
Good eye.
Uh-oh. I better let this dog out before I have to clean it up. I'll be back.
God, you don't want to have to do that. Not a big dog.
That dog's huge too, man. I'm telling you.
Way bigger than mine. My husky is considered medium. Okay.
No,
I'm a shaker out. I like it shaken out. Look at it right on that level. Huh?
No, wait.
Right
there.
on. That's
confirmation. I'd say that's confirmation. I like it.
That's
but
closing
I
level. I don't know yet because here it's rising up
Could
now,
still-
so it could still be a bear flag.
50% retracement.
Yeah, I'm gonna get that 50% retracement of that, which would be right about that pivot point. But this could have just been a little pullback now, in that.
Oh yeah, and then it's gonna dump again.
Yeah, that's what it's looking
Bull
like.
trap. Bull trap. That's why Jeremy was like, "Wait."
Yeah, bull trap.
Yeah, I see his point.
Yeah, the best thing to do, especially with new traders, younger traders, the thing is, and we get excited when we see things move, but from what I've read, a lot of the experts suggest that you wait at least. Some say for new traders and younger traders that they should wait an hour before they start trading, so that they can watch the market shake out. And then they also suggest larger time frames to trade on, but everybody learns differently, so those are things to be conscious of, because it does take a while to learn how to do this stuff. And I do but I like live trading best.
My mistake last week was I sold too early in the day and I didn't capture the right leg of the volatility. But yeah, okay.
Well, let me tell you about my big mistake Friday. Big, huge mistake. I had
there it goes.
I got in the wrong spot, and then I had a bad trade, so I got out. And I said, all right, I'm going to wait. And I waited for my setup, and I waited for my setup. And then I got in, I saw it, and I saw price was going to hit that, at least 358 on SPY. And I had my finger on the mouse, and something happened, and I hit the mouse at the wrong time. And instead of having a nice profit, like a $2 move, I lost $1 on that trade. So it messed up the rest of my day. And I went to go get back in. Ooh, big dump. And then I went to get back in, and my settled funds were too low to get me back in where I needed to get in. So I wound up it red, and I was so mad about it. I think I slammed my hand on the desk. I was so mad. I was like, okay, next time I'm not keeping my hand on the trigger. I'll keep it close, but not on the trigger. And it was just one of those like nerve things. My finger just went pow, and I went ah.
I remember I was futures trading that one time and just using my phone and the DOM to make one button orders. The heat from my finger hovering over my phone set off the button.
I'm watching so much of these guys. Yeah, I remember that. I remember when that happened. That's
Like, what the?
I was using the mouse pad on my Tradovate when I first, started using it, and that's when I stopped using it because I was just like I touched it by accident and I got an order and I was like, oh no, I don't want that order there. Those are the things that can happen.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so Ford down below the open. Let's see what it does there. This guy's
All right,
dumping
now
out. Look at this.
here's where you watch it. You want to see if it's going to test Friday's close for resistance and get rejected there. If it breaks above that resistance right there, then you can expect a reversal to shake out, and that's where you would, look to be buying your call. But even so, this early in the market, that call is going to be way overpriced. It would be better to wait till the range shakes out later. However, if you are carrying puts over the weekend, that's where you might consider profiting the puts.
Oh, and you got an elephant foot on there.
You see that? Now that is on
You got
the-
that V. You got your V in the woodies too.
Yeah. Yes, I do. I'm glad you can see it so well. That adjustment must have helped. Yes, we do.
Oh, yeah.
And we're below VWAP. We're still Mardi Gras. Oh, we're touching the 8. Come on, body.
It's a long candle.
I'm still a little bullish. in general, I got a little bull in me. I know I'm full of it.
Yeah, you got a lot of bull in you, buddy.
I knew that was going to come. So what I do is I find these VWAPs like this, and I highlight them, and I turn them red. And then that way, on my long-term charts, I know that is a previous VWAP. And price, that's a mean. Price loves to come back to VWAP. Go below it and come back, and you can see how it works with VWAP here. This looks like a busy.
I want to bring up something that Stone brought up. I don't know, 6-8 months ago. It's important that you learn to chart the way that the person that's showing you is charts. You gotta do those lines out for yourself. It's going to change the way that you look at the whole thing.
Yeah.
Don't just look at. Don't. That's what we're here to teach you is how to chart your chart, and then follow it.
Yeah, I always liken it to being a professional musician. When you learn, and anytime you learn anything, you're still learning. But as a professional musician, you learn a style. If I'm studying George Benson, I'm gonna try to mimic what he's playing exactly as he's playing it. If I'm studying somebody like Carlos Santana, I'm gonna try to mimic what he's doing. I'm trying to think of guitarists these days. I'm old school, so Steve Ray Vaughan, same thing. Albert King, those guys. You want to mimic what they're doing, and as you mimic and you play along with the album, you try to match it lick for lick, and eventually what happens is you grab a little piece of George Benson, you grab a little piece of Carlos Santana, you grab a little piece of Stevie Ray Vaughan, and the next thing you got your own style, and it all works out well.
I want to hear that, by the way. I want to hear how those three go together.
Oh, they do. You'd be amazed. Carlos was a B.B. King fan for years.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That explains why he plays that way. That makes a lot of sense.
It's why and Albert King is the king of the bend, and that's why Jimi Hendrix had those bends, and Stevie Ray Vaughan did too.
You know what my kid did over the weekend?
Yeah, look at this. Yes, sir. What did he do?
He tuned my acoustic guitar drop D and started playing Nirvana.
No kidding. My kid
What?
used to tune my
Yeah,
guitar
it's your
drop
kid.
D and
Makes
made me
sense.
Nirvana. I'd go and grab my guitar. I said, what the heck happened?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Trey, tune it back.
Noise.
It's true. All right, so we did get our elephant foot,
All right, Ford, what you going to do here?
and
We're gonna
we're
break.
coming back up above those moving averages. Look at this, guys. That's
50% retracement.
That's a pullback. So, yeah, it's a pullback right to. the VWAP. Volume weighted average. I'm getting ready to do some videos on all this stuff. Y'all just hang on. I've been developing this for what, about a year now, Devin?
Yeah, about a year.
About a year.
Man, has it already been? My goodness, it's already been a year.
It's been longer than that. This is
Wow.
great.
Well, I mean, no.
Yeah.
Since you started developing this.
Well, yeah, well, this started happening, I guess, right after the hurricane. When I got back on, I started seeing everything. All right, well, price does take the stairs up, so look at that. So,
Wow.
So Victoria's probably kicking herself in the butt for not buying her call when she wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, and that's the other
Oh.
reason to learn how to chart. We don't want to steer you in the wrong direction.
Right.
So, and it's being Monday morning, and it's been a wild night for a lot of us. We were all out together partying. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just going
Yeah.
to briefly explain my plan for this week, right? Okay, so
Go
I
for
made a loss last week and I need to start making up for that loss. Even though I got a good put in, I still need to start now being a little bit more selective with buying calls and puts. So I think Jeremy was right saying let the market shake out first and see what happens, because I think I've made mistakes being too quick to sell things when I shouldn't have done. So yeah, I'm going to take Jeremy's advice about that.
That absolutely right. Are you journaling
It's-
it down in some way, writing it down some way, putting it on a computer?
Yeah, I am.
It's
Screenshots
mainly
are
going to be
great.
market appropriate. Like if you were looking to day trade this, sure you could day trade that opening range breakout in reversal. But if you were looking to leg into a strangle, the idea is you want to get in as cheaply as possible.
Yeah.
It'd be better to wait for a range to just solid into a range later in the day when the options are a little less overpriced.
Because
Buy.
you know I'm trying to get into a strangle. That's kind of my strategy at the moment. Well, if the market goes bullish or the market goes bearish or we have a trend day or a directional day, then the strangle's not going to work. So I need to sort of see it go sideways before I put the strangle on. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay. Cool.
Perfect.
Wow. Yeah. Well done.
Yeah.
Way to get to that. That's exactly right.
Oh. Victoria's been helping us all with her questions.
Heck yes, we love it.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's awesome.
All
Well, I
right.
mean, and that was very succinct.
All right, we're at a spot
Description.
here. Yes, it was.
Now, the strikes you're looking for, is it the $11 and $11.50 strike still?
That's what the range is looking like today. I want to make sure it's going to get rejected at this angular resistance here. I've got that up on my chart. Let me post it.
Yeah. I got angular resistance right here. That's what my dotted, if you can see that dotted line. I do like my auto support resistance lines.
Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, they're great. These little charts sometimes, I guess it's good enough for everybody to see. I'll blow them up every now and then so we can see them.
So it's testing your angular resistance right now. I think it's just gone through.
Yeah, and actually this was support at one point, you can see. So it's come below it. Here's a pivot, and yeah, and there's now coming up to another pivot. So that 1136 is a pivot. Now, pivots, it'll usually pause, but it's got to really blow through it if it's going to continue bullish, or it'll reject and come back down to possibly this VWAP here, possibly down to 8. Maybe even move sideways, but nope, he's given us strong support there. That's exactly what you want to see happen at a pivot. We want to see if price is going to continue in the direction that it's going. When it comes to that pivot, we want to see it move like that. So that means I can see the MES is moving that way and the ES as well. So, and UVXY, I don't have it up, and I should just go ahead and put it up over here because this guy ain't doing squat. He got everybody excited. Pump and dump. UVXY.
Love that.
UVXY.
They're just so predictable.
Uh-oh.
It's like,
Is that right? Yeah. There it is. UVXY is our inverse of what's going on with Ford and SPY. Looks the
I did not
opposite.
realize it. I went and looked it up because I was like, "What is the VIX?" So
All
it's
right,
it's the volatility of the market.
Isn't that crazy? All right.
I was like, it measures the volatility. That's amazing.
Can I ask a quick question about getting out of a strangle?
Absolutely.
Let's assume I had my strangle on then over the weekend. So so Ford went up very slightly, then dropped, then it went up again. Would a strategy have been to just leave it a couple of minutes and then don't sell or don't exit either position? When the put starts to profit and it bottoms out, then get out of that position, profit, leave the other leg on, back up, reach in profit, then exit out of that as well. You don't have to sell one as soon as the market opens, do you?
Not necessarily. In fact, I mean, if you were quick enough, you could go and let's see here. When the third 1 minute candle opened up underneath the 8 period, as the 8 period was crossing below the 200, that would have been a good time to get rid of the call, ride the put down to let's see here, about the 936 candle, or if you wanted to hang out for that pause, you could have sold that put at the 940 candle if you're quick enough. And then on the way back up, if you wanted to buy a call there, it would be a little bit overpriced. It's going to be better to wait for one more setup in this particular pattern. You want to see it channel here. And it'd be really cool if it did actually channel right between 1137 and its new low at 1114. Then you can leg into those.
I think I know what you mean. So you would have, because initially the call went up and it reached a higher high when it's just retraced now back to 1140 or whatever it was.
Right. And essentially I went and I entered this a little differently because I took a bigger size and I went into condors on that one. And in that putting range price action, I was able to buy back the put right on that candle break, and then I went and bought back the short call down there on that other candle. But I mean, if you were trying to get into a strangle on that, it would be a little bit overpriced.
Yeah, I see your point now. I do see your point. So this is what you're trying to do in the morning, is you're not trying to capture everything going in every direction. You just want to concentrate on what you've got and what you've got already set up, because it's priced in and that's where your profit is.
Exactly. And for me, it was profitable to buy back the short contracts in this open, and then I can go and resell them again later.
And that's what I need to do today, is I need to capture that price cushion when I set my strangle legs up, isn't it?
Right.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I'm just
And a lot of what Jeremy also talks about is you set those legs up later in the day. You make those movements later on in the day, and then
when they're cheaper because the volatility is less, isn't it?
exactly. And then in the morning you leg out, and then you leg back in later in the day.
Yeah,
So
that's
Jeremy, I'm in a strangle right now, and I basically missed the opportunity to get out of my puts, right?
As far as that bottom there, yeah, for the first wave. However, this can still range.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, this could still be a range.
I stuck the chart from last week up when I was marking out that diamond on SPY, and it has made that very familiar move where it fakes one direction and runs the other direction. So it's coming up to that central pivot now, which is the yellow line I have there at the bottom of that mess. And if it breaks above that, we'll know where the upper levels are for targets. So I'm going to kind of watch this open and see if we get either a breakout or a quick pullback and a trend or whatever it may be. But it's going to happen in about this area.
Yeah, I just looking at that Ford, and I was looking at SPY, and I realized it gapped down the other night in the after hours. Went back and filled that gap, by the way.
Yep.
I still have an opportunity to get out of these puts right now, correct?
If they're profitable, you can close that position and then probably close the call side on the first rejection here, or you can close the call side on a completion of rejection here and then see if you can ride the puts a little lower. But I'm going to wait a couple candles before I can kind of make that call, because I'm looking at it sitting just under a key pivot and angular resistance, and if it does push above here, 1148 is the next target.
And does it look like an inverted head and shoulders to you?
This
Let's see, inverted head and shoulders. Not quite.
just
Are
looks
you
like
talking about on SPY?
No, well, SPY on this forward, but not quite. No, never mind.
Yeah, not quite.
just looks like inside range to me at the moment.
Yep.
Okay, let's go find
me
our
s-
open. Here's our open.
Then I want to look at
And let's go get our
Friday's
ranges.
price action on the 5-minute there.
I have my chart too nasty for everybody. I can turn all that off if you want. It's hard to read.
No, I'm good with it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know about everybody else. I'm all right with it.
Oh, we'll get
I'm good with it.
I'm going to make it nastier. Just wait.
No, not nasty.
I am going to make it nastier right now. It's going to be chart nasty.
They pay attention to
Sure.
Friday's range there on Ford. You see where I've got it all marked out from highs and lows from last week.
It is. We're up to the 200 on the 15.
Oops. I'll be right back. I gotta let the dog in before he eats another squirrel.
Yeah, that's a big dog. Look at this.
The horse,
candle.
bud. He took it into the vet, and they said we don't classify this as dog.
Damn. So there's our
Guys.
15-minute range. Yes, ma'am.
So, sorry, I know he's got his simple moving averages set up. He's got an 8-minute and a 20-minute, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yes, he does. I have an
Right,
8.
okay.
I have an 8 and a 20, and the goal line is my 15. I use
Right, I can only get 2. I can get a fast and a slow.
Ah, yes.
I set fast to 8 and slow to 20, yeah?
I guess so. That's Trading View.
Yeah, Tracy works.
Yeah. Oh, Tasty Works. I don't know. I guess that's somebody else would have to help me with that one. I don't know much about it.
All right, I'll work it out. Don't worry, thanks.
Yeah, because I know like mine's an exponential and mine's an exponential 8. He uses a simple, and then I use a simple 20 as well as Jeremy does too. So I only know
Look at
about
that,
simple
TV.
and yeah, it looks like that, huh? UVXY. Look at this though; it's still going sideways too. Here we are hugging 1461
good point.
in the meantime. So
It's toying with us.
yes, there's something's going on. That's why I always try to keep checking on the news. Personally, that's one thing I do like only on the econ events, particularly.
It wasn't because the pound rallied overnight or anything, was it?
It could be. I see the VIX is down. I see bonds went up a little bit this morning. Oil is up a little bit, and
Whew.
the dollar's still, kind of moving.
Float.
Do you think it's because everybody thinks now the UK has pivoted that the Fed's going to pivot as well?
I don't know. Maybe. Could we got the whole Ukraine thing still going on too, so I know that all affects it. But right now it's just kind of meh.
Oil's up because OPEC said they're going to start cutting by 1 million barrels a day.
Oh, is that what they're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's why oil's
Yep.
up.
Good.
I knew
Gotta
I got
cash in on
gas
this.
yesterday.
I am so glad I got fuel yesterday.
Oh, so mad at myself. Dang it. I even said we need to get gas. Do that a little bit. I do like. I just want to see what he's going to do here. I had those levels up at 17.
Yeah, it's funny. I've been watching the fuel prices come down,
There we go.
and I'm seeing candlesticks in my head.
Funny how that happens.
Nice
I
little
know.
drop there. It looks like we're going to go. It looks 36.20 on your EV. I mean on your ES, but then they pull it. Did you see him pull it?
Yep. All of a sudden it disappeared.
Now we're in a descending.
Oh,
Let's see what it does on the 200 here. Dotted line is the middle of the 15-minute range right there. If we get to that down here where the elephant feet are, if we get down here, break that, then that could be bearish. But well,
bacon break.
yeah,
There it
break and
goes.
break. Whoa, something happened. 10 o'clock.
Spike. Wow.
Somebody say something. Somebody get up to a microphone and say, "Good news."
No, it's
Right.
because you were going. Nothing's going on in the market. That's
I
what
will say that when nothing is going on in the market again, so that we can get a pump. Respect
And it's
my
like,
authority.
Want to bet?
Look at this big look. We got a new CEO. Yeah, now let's sell.
Yeah, of course.
Now let's sell.
Oh,
Whoa,
man.
whoa. Wow.
And
Alright.
this market that we've had lately, I mean, nothing much surprises me anymore.
Hey,
No.
Jeremy, would you be getting out of those puts now?
Yeah, I might. 36.50, it's
Um,
pushing. It is really
my-
pushing
my-
right now.
Position's a little different, but I mean, I would. Let me see here. We just broke that 1137.
12.11. Dang it.
I bet
I
you
mean, it
this
could
is
be a
range.
FOMO.
That
Yeah,
was-
hang on a second.
That was FOMO. Yeah.
My position was a condor over the weekend, so like I reduced cost on everything by
Pivot.
buying legs into the strangle, and then before close, I was able to leg into short calls and short puts. And it's I've taken profit on the call side, and then the put side on the short contracts. But no, sorry, put side and then the call side on the short contracts. But I still have a long position.
The pivot. It's at a pivot right now. It's
Oh, so
biased.
overall, you have a long position.
There's another pivot. We blew through that one pivot earlier. I'd say we're going to go up a little more. Look at this. And that green hammer there. I don't know. Let's see. Sometimes that flathead will. I don't know.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, never mind. 36.50 on the MAS.
incoming face ripper, huh?
Mm-hmm. Little decline.
Yeah, man, I
there.
definitely seeing these setups. I would be sitting on my hands right now for sure. I don't like and nothing looks good to me.
I might see if I can.
All right.
Yeah, this is threatening to be that
this is threatening to be
reversal
October.
on.
That's what
Yeah.
this is threatening to be. This is turning out like it's going to be October. Come on, October.
Do something.
It's
Yeah.
October.
Well, historically, from what I've read and some of the charts I've looked at, September is usually the worst month for stocks, and then October's a turnaround. It starts going back up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear that as well.
But I was waiting. I wasn't expecting it to happen Monday.
No, not usually.
I was waiting. I was thinking maybe by Friday we might have a turnaround, but this is looking pretty good right now. VIX is going down. That's UVXY. And oil's come down a little bit. Stayed down. Just till we get gas later on today. But the bonds are going up. Now, usually, we even had a little song around here.
Actually, at gas stations have already set their prices for the day, bud. So you're probably safe.
Yeah.
They can change them during the day. I used to run one.
I have never seen them change it midday.
Well, they do.
They do.
Wow, man. I used to work at a couple. That's
Yeah,
why I'm
they
like,
change-
I never saw them do
I
that.
actually
They
managed
change
one.
it. They'd change it mid-minute if they could.
They used to send us out in the afternoon sometime and go look at the competitor's price, and you have to take competitor prices.
363.50 is the benchmark for this diamond pattern to do what it does.
All right, got a red hammer here. I'm getting ding dings over there. I got rid of the big ding dings. Look at this guy, huh? I'm the CEO. Look at me.
Yep.
But wait, that's still
The old
above
CEO said,
$10.
"Oh, screw you! I'll tank this company. I own
That's
half of it."
I own half of it, you fool. Building on this level here on SPY. But since we got so many folks watching
Yeah.
the Ford, let's pull it up a little bit easier so we can look at it better.
There you go. You see the range,
Yeah.
just under 1148, and we're starting to see some weakness already. And then
That's a-
SPY,
Megaphone. That's
Might back
expanding
down
range,
here.
isn't it? Isn't that expanding range
Well,
that
it's
we're seeing?
going into contracting range.
Ah.
I'm still going to let it flatten out first before I buy in the strangle.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, if you're going to go long here, this is not the time. This is the wait for a range. But if you're looking at collecting profit from holding, Yeah, that reversal pattern, that morning star at the very bottom there on the 1 minute chart was
Huh.
pretty much the signal as soon as that candle came back across that 8 period to get rid of the
36.60.
puts.
36.60.
So we should get rid of puts now then, basically. It's going to go up more.
Good morning, Paul.
At this point, 1148 is the next target here, and I want to see if it's going to back off of that or not. But I mean, if you haven't dumped the puts already on that drop, you're kind of a little behind on that one.
Yeah, I'm behind on everything. And those calls are just garbage right now for me.
Well, if it breaks this 1148, they won't be.
Yeah, because it could walk all the way back up to 1153, which is the high of
Yeah.
Friday.
Well, I can go beyond and go to 1164 on that. And SPY's diamond pattern is doing what about 70% of diamond patterns do. It'll give you that fake break in one direction and it'll rip a face off in the other direction. And it's just coming up underneath the midline pretty quick here. Ultimately, the benchmark is going to be that 364.50. If it gets above that, then this will probably trend for most of the day up to about 368.
If we have a trend, this could be a trend day. Oh, let me go. Oh yeah, I see it. Okay, all right. Let's see. That's a 2 minute chart. Yeah, let's go.
I took the loss in those puts.
Yeah, the thing about options, man, is it's a beast to get a hold of, because of the all the decay and everything. And if you buy them at the wrong time, and even if price is going in your direction, it just will sometimes just sit there and not do anything and even lose money because it's the wrong
well,
time.
that's the thing is I started off balanced and now they're all screwed up and whacked out. And,
Yeah.
And I've just not been able to babysit it like I probably needed to. But
yeah. When you're day trading options, and unless you're willing to lose the entire value of the contract, you really have to babysit these things because anything can happen. And they could come out while you're trading, and just like this ATXI right here, SIG uses this example all the time. Not ATXI, but here ATXI got a new CEO. And they announced it, and boom, price went up. It's doing this thing now. Had their CEO got caught cheating or doing something wrong, then instead of going up, it would have just dropped. So if you're over here and you're trading an option on Ford and you're just letting it run and go, and then all of a sudden they get news that they're going bankrupt, guess what happens? Boom.
Yeah.
So that's why day trading options comes with a lot of risk. And you have to sit there and babysit them. Unless some people now, if they have the wherewithal, they'll just say, okay, I'm going to go in this direction for the day, and if it hits my direction, so be it. But if not, then so be it, and I lose the contract and I lose that cost. You and me, we can't do that.
Yeah, it's rough because you get some price action in a range. It's great to be able to leg into stuff, but then the opening range, if you're carrying something overnight over a weekend, you got to be real quick on that opening.
Yeah, this is trending. We might actually have a trend day. So let's, I'm not saying it will be, but when I realized that we had this pattern here on the 1 minute, I'm going to skip over to the 5 minute chart. This little thing right there, I've seen that before where it does this and then it trends all day. And then at the end of the day, you'll see the inverse of this where it goes, okay, and then it comes back down. Not a lot, but that'll be like, kind of the bookend or the knot that ties off the rest of the day. So I like 5 minute charts too, 1 and 5. We said that's the power chord, right? So we've got a lot of levels we can hit here. We've already hit that there. I'm going to go check that trade chart or that options chain, all products. Let's go to Ford, see what our percentage is now. So we've got 65.88% that there's going to be maybe a 65-cent move on the maybe today, still plus or minus on Ford. So that doesn't mean it's going to happen. Remember, it's just a chance. Chance and rain.
I'm going to go back and mark out this diamond on SPY very clearly, and I'll show you what I mean here.
we get a trend. This guy, I made money. And in the meantime, UVXY. And then we pay attention. I like to look at all my time frames.
Right.
Not all of them, but the ones that I use. Yeah, this looks very much like a rounding bottom on a 30-minute chart. It's up at it hit the 200.
All right, I want to see if this pops and drops.
Which one?
SPY.
Oh, I don't know that the SPY's going to pop and drop. Well, that's the beauty of them. Usually you don't get a pop and drop, do you?
It's smooth. They're usually
This looks like a
smoother, yeah.
pullback right here to me. So
You guys you can see the diamond pattern I marked out yesterday or Friday, and you can see that's where the angular resistance is, right there where price is, and that's why you got that little tweezer top looking thing on the 1 minute chart.
Well, my calls are for 12, so I mean, if we hit 12, I'll be fine. It'll be, actually might even come out with a little bit of profit. But yeah, those puts, I couldn't get on fast enough to see about getting out of those puts when it hit 11:15.
that's
Right.
beautiful right there. Yeah.
It's like sometimes you just got to be real nimble with that, and that later on, I when I can get everybody on the same page with doing condors, it's a different animal, but it makes it so that the risk is completely alleviated in that situation. Well, not completely, but overall, it's completely alleviated. Typically, when you get to the last week to the expiration, so like I've
Well,
been
I-
all this week to leg in and out of the short legs on this and make those long positions basically free or even negative cost basis.
Small candles.
So I got out of my position, and I believe I made $2 on the puts and cut my losses on the calls.
So you've already closed the calls.
So you did you get it?
Yes, I closed my whole position.
Did you make a profit overall at all?
Yeah, $2.
Okay, overall profit $2.
It's good though.
I believe so. I'm still trying to read all this stuff on Interactive Brokers.
Gotcha.
Okay, so that looks like
And
a
this is-
pullback. Let's see now if we can get a measured move.
This is kind of
Okay.
again like what makes the strangle the least risky strategy to use, especially when you're starting out to trade options directionally, is that you get a feel for how to trade the options without risking the direction or risking the total outlay for the long position. All right, that was a measured move on Ford right there.
You could expect possibly if this continues 366.09. See how I took my box in TOS and I measured this from here to
Yep.
there by the pullback, and then I set it down at the base of that actually. If this candle's green, where's the green? Right there. Yep. So
That's
that is possible right there. We have to see if this is trending. It'll hit that line there. I can do the same thing on Ford for everybody so you can see what we're looking at here. I'm going to push there and then sideways, and then we get this little push right there.
I just realized my center point on the diamond pattern was a dollar higher than it was supposed to be.
Look at that. Bam, right to that level. I activate it. So of course, right now, I don't really see that that's moving the way I would expect it to. So that might not be accurate.
If you look on the
Looks
chat, I threw that
sideways
diamond
right
pattern
now.
up. That's where that angular resistance is, right there.
The diamond pattern.
Love
Where
those
Purple
things,
Wolf?
man.
Where the purple wolf? All right.
Purple Wolf is actually above this price somewhere. Let me see.
Anybody ever watch Showtime?
A
Some
little
stuff.
here and there.
Anybody hear of a show called Your Honor?
Don't know
Nope.
if I've heard of that one.
Okay. Just curious.
I'm currently watching a show called Big Sky, and it's like my wife and I are watching it like, yep, typical Montana stuff.
Listen, I got to drive through Montana in 2015. Y'all have some huge mountains out there.
Oh yeah,
I was like,
some
I
big
was
big
like,
rocks
oh
too.
my gosh! I was just like in awe the entire time we're driving through Montana. My jaw was on the ground.
Yeah.
I watched that the GameStop I would say documentary on Netflix this past weekend.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
It's very interesting.
I'm gonna have
yeah.
to
Was
see
that
that
all a
now and see what they
hoax?
said.
They've got two of them. They've got two of them. One is gaming Wall Street. The other one's this new 3-part mini thing that they did.
Yeah,
That's the one I'm watching.
that's
Yeah, I
terrible.
started watching that too.
Oh,
It's
good.
interesting.
UVXY is going.
I also watched a movie called Margin Call.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a
That's a
good
good
one.
It's about the 2008 market crash, the market crash. That was interesting.
Oh yeah.
Have you seen The Big Short?
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's one of my
Big
favorites too.
Short.
The
I
Big
think
Short.
so. I think
Yeah,
so.
it's really good.
I gotta go see that one. I will tell you, for entertainment purposes, I did like Wolf of Wall Street. So
Yes.
I think
That
I
was
laughed,
glorious.
I
Yeah.
laughed my butt off when they took
You know,
those drugs that
Same.
were old, and they kept eating them, and it makes
So
it look
the
like he
point-
thought he drove home safe, and he didn't.
Mm. Yeah, with the
I know
Lamborghini.
it's terrible.
Crashed into every car on the way.
That was hilarious. to me.
Quaaludes, man. Those things were.
Terrible, 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 terrible. I'm glad I'm crisp and clean.
So- Did you know that when he did, I actually found out what the pen test was, the way it worked. What he was trying to get people to do was to ask questions. So instead of trying to be like, oh yeah, this is a great pen, yada yada. Are you in the market for a pen? Oh, you are. Okay, then this pen is one of the finest that we have to offer, so on and so forth. And then that's what he was looking for people to do.
That was great.
Yep.
That was great. Yeah, that was a good. There was some good stuff in there, and penny stocks. I love his quote about penny stocks. Well,
Yeah.
why are you doing it? She says, "Well, rich people don't buy penny stocks." Like, oh, okay. But it was very
Yep.
different back then. Yeah. Okay. So we might
Very.
get that push. So this is your little pause, your little pullback, right there. Come back, and it's not a very big pullback if it was, because it's not going to equal even half of what this one was. So if that's a weak pullback, then we could have another strong push up. Would you agree, Mr. Jeremy?
I would agree. That would be a third leg.
Yeah, I'd have to. I really need to get this trend tool. Again, TOS to me is just fantastic, because watch this. I draw this line, and you see that box that comes up that says all these days, hours, minutes, bar. And if I go this way and I draw it up to that, that tells me that 9 minutes and that there were 11 bars in that trend right there. Okay, so let's say I don't do it there. I'm going to get up here, click my thing. And if this is a pullback, then I'm going to go from here, and that tells me how many bars in the pullback. And I noticed this as I was preparing for one of my videos that I did not get to do, but I will. By the way, he's popping back up. The CEO must have got up and said something to the company. So that little trend line tool, I was looking at a stock the other day, and I think it had 24 bars up in the trend, but then it had 52 in the pullback. So guess what happened? It kept going down. There's neat how that we have these little tools that we can use that calculate everything for us. Devin, we pulled these levels up here. That's a VWAP, and that thing's almost hammered onto it. It's at least wick to it. It's close enough for rock and roll. So
Wonder if it's going to V up.
yeah, we're gonna see if it hits that 1554 and it breaks it. It's already broken the pre-market high, so I want to see if it hits that high and continues. There's our little push now on SPY, so we can watch that. And look right here, this little hammer there. Look what it did all the way down into our Woodies and our CCI. Gave us a little
Put its foot down.
Put its foot down. It gave us such a jolt, such a seismic jolt. I'm going to start coming up with different things.
Ooh, seismic jolt.
Seismic jolt. Now here's Ford. It's moving along with the S&P, so we could see. I don't know if we're gonna Ford. It would be a trip if we see 1163 today. I got to say that, already being up 28 cents, but that would that's a possibility. Especially, I said we had 65 cents. Oh, now you're gonna listen to me say I should have got into it. Anyway, it looks like we might be a little trending. So, but we're coming up 10:20. 10:20 is an interesting time of the day. Back last year, I don't know if Devin, you were in the rooms when we used to look at 10:20 in the penny stock room. We used to look at that as a time for flush. So you had to watch.
Yeah,
Yep,
typically.
yep, I
flushes.
remember that. That's when it would flush on you.
could hear the handle jiggle practically.
Now, Jeremy
I
has
hear
got
it.
so many tools in his tool belt. I haven't even begun the wolf wave yet. I mean, I have. I started studying it, but there's so much to study and learn. I think I might have told you all this. Maybe I didn't. I thought I could get this down like from June last year when I joined. I started coming in the rooms in July. I thought I'd have it down by like September.
I remember you talking about that and being like, "Well, I was wrong.
I was wrong. I was like,
This
I'm
is such a
really
much
wrong.
bigger. This world's so much bigger than I anticipated."
Way bigger than I anticipated. But it's all right. It's been good. It's been good. So let's see now. This is going to be a double top, or we're going to push through 364 and beyond.
That is a
364 and beyond.
tight Bollinger pinch all of a sudden
You got a Bollinger
for
stuff.
everybody.
I found my charts for everybody. We got hanging fruit. I call it hanging
Oh yeah.
fruit.
By the way, Jeremy uses Bollinger Bands.
Yes, he does.
I do.
He does. It's groovy.
Very
It's
groovy.
just one of the many.
I get different types of Bollinger Bands. Could you just advise me which is the best? I've got crossover, divergence, bandwidth, and percent B. No sort of standard Bollinger Band.
Yeah. Hang on real quick before you answer that. Notice
Okay,
we're at
no
the
worries.
top. Hang on, we're at the top of liquidity, volume profile, and ES. Okay, I'll be quiet now. So be careful here.
It's just standard Bollinger Bands. It should show just a 20-period moving average and then 2 deviations on the width. That's all it should say.
Okay. Ford's just broken through the 1150.
There it goes.
1152. It's going to hit that.
If Explorer hits 12 or hits 1250, I will be very, very happy.
There you go.
And that could happen, but before it expires.
Yeah, well, I've got it. Mine are through the end of this week here, so.
All righty then.
Dude, look at these little dojis getting along on SPY here, though. Hang on.
Hey, for those of you who use TOS, do you know what I found out this week? I haven't explored it. I was looking at my TD Ameritrade page, and they now do the web version of TOS that you can log into on the web and not even use your software. You know what that means?
Yeah,
you know what that means?
APIs.
You know what that means? That means I can trade it on a Mac again.
Ah.
Because it's the software that doesn't get along with the Mac, but if you trade stuff from the website, it's different.
Right. And trading.
I don't know. Wouldn't you have to make sure? Like, wouldn't there be some kind of bottlenecking from trading through the website?
Not necessarily. You're in your account, and it's just no different than what I'm doing with Webull.
Right. It just trades through an API, which is web-based.
Yeah, so you're not even using it doesn't use all the resources on your computer.
Right, using the server power.
Uh-huh.
Well, yeah, you're using the server to do the work.
Yeah, isn't that something? Me like that. Jeremy, it's 10:24.
That we got a little bit of flashy red stuff happening on the 1 minute chart for SPY. Let's see if it breaks over.
It's hitting that 364. I do believe.
No sooner than I said it.
And
364.50 is that midpoint.
There. Man, I don't have any other levels right there. What the heck?
If it breaks that, it'll likely trend from here. So
that's what I'm saying. That's a beautiful thing. We're going to stay on here for about another 5 minutes on YouTube. Glad y'all are with us on YouTube. We have a wonderful community here at Bullish Bears, and we like to value our members. And we value you. We want you to come and join and be a member. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, share, and come visit us at Bullish Bears. Join us, be a member. The best value you're going to get a lot more for your money than you think. And what we're going to do in a few minutes is we're going to end the stream about 10:30, and then we're going to go in and
Yeah.
we're going to go into our Discord with our membership, and we're going to continue to stream for a little while and get into some more in-depth stuff. So we want you to join us. So come on out and hang out and learn how to trade. And all the stuff that I'm doing and Jeremy's doing right here, this is not magic. It's attainable. It takes a little time, but you can do it. So we want you to come visit
Oh,
with
yeah.
us. And this is a penny stock.
RMM.
Look at this guy. Come on, he's going back up.
I don't know that we can get the London Stock Exchange info on, well, not on my app anyway. We've been challenged on YouTube to have a look at the setup on RMM.
Oh, is that a stock exchange?
The London Stock Exchange.
Yeah, London Stock Exchange.
I bet you
Why?
Victoria challenged this. That's
I
what
don't
she did.
Oh,
I'm,
yeah.
I'm kidding.
Just kidding, guys.
hmm
If I could see a zoomed out 5-minute chart, I could probably see a setup, I'm sure.
Look at 3670 above. You see that on the MES? But we are at the
Uh-huh.
top of the volume profile.
Yep, there's a supply zone right there, sir. That's why I'm watching that 364.50 on SPY. It's the same thing.
Wow. Okay. Let's keep an eye out here. Or is that a half-hour chart? Yes, it is. What are we looking
No.
like on the 5-minute chart? What are we going to do today, Brain? Devin.
Same thing we do every
so
night.
Good to hear your voice. Yeah.
Going to try to take over the world.
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Plot to
Ooh.
take over the world.
That's what we're doing. Look at that. My. It hit 11:59. Mr. Ford. Oh my, what's my level here?
364.50.
Bada bang, bada bang, bada bang, bada boom. The shadow box.
I shouldn't have closed my position.
Don't FOMO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
this is
don't
a learning-
FOMO, man.
It's
Let
a
it go.
learning experience.
Definitely.
I mean, if you won overall, that's what we care about. We want you getting those little wins under your belt so you can grow them into big ones.
Yes, I agree. Thanks.
We are trending.
There's a big old
We
order
are the
sticking out at
champions.
36.75, man.
What did you say?
A big old order sticking out at 36.75.
Whoa.
There's one stuffed at 36.80 as well.
That is, oh my. Well, they better get their volume profile to catch up with it. Let's go. This is a trend, y'all. Oh, okay, yeah. This is a trend.
Trend till it ends.
Do
I'm
this.
waiting to see what happens here.
I've got a meeting, guys. I'm going to have to rush off to. It's not my day. It's not a sideways day. So I'm going to pop back in later, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Yes,
Victoria.
Have a
All
great
right.
meeting.
Take care.
See you
Thanks
later.
for hanging.
Enjoy the meeting. This is a great day for day trading. I'm not doing much of it today because I didn't sleep at all last night.
That's right.
I went out to pick up a friend at the airport last night,
And drank
and
all night.
his flight was supposed to arrive at 11. And I kid you not, every hour on the hour, a little thing came up and said, "Oh, flight's delayed another hour. Delayed another hour."
You ever
Is it
track
even
those-
taken off yet?
You ever track those
Yeah.
flights on your phone?
Oh yeah, I go to Flight Tracker all
Yeah,
the time.
I love it,
I was looking at that plane just sitting there,
Just sitting
didn't
there.
move.
Not move. Was he flying out of Philadelphia?
No,
Where?
he's actually flying out of Missoula, Montana.
Oh, okay.
Who is coming up to visit?
Oh, how pretty that is.
Actually,
Those are weak bars.
some friends of ours moved out here, literally 3 streets down,
360
from Missoula.
space.
and he flies out there to do some hunting and stuff. So
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, it's great countryside for that.
avid hunter, that guy.
Is he hanging out with
And,
you at your house?
No, he's got his own house.
He,
out
he lives a
I'm
couple
sorry.
streets
That's
down,
right, he
man.
lives-
Yeah,
That's right.
couple
That's
streets
right.
down.
Ooh, look at
And,
that green.
his-
This is a pullback.
His wife was busy with a sick kid, and I'm like, oh, I'll go pick him up. So
Wow,
yeah,
this
flight
looks-
comes at 11. Sure, I'll be there. Be home before midnight. I usually go to sleep at about midnight anyway. All good, right?
Yeah.
No.
No. That's
All
horrible.
good.
man. Sorry.
Y'all
Well,
are-
I mean, you probably went to bed just going, well, I guess I'm not day trading tomorrow.
And it's
I mean, I'm-
time.
Kind of legging out of my condor there, and I did that all through that opening range there on 4. And I'm like, well, I can sit here and wait for this to hit wherever it's going to break over at, sell the short call again, and then I'll sit on it till it comes back down to a low again, and I'll sell the short put again if it's profitable.
Yeah, I mean, but that's what you're trying to teach people is you can do that regardless of what, like how late you went to bed and
Right.
how much sleep you
It's-
got, because you're just looking for the right position in the daytime throughout the whole day, right? To get into.
Right, and when you're selling short against a long position that you already established, it's so much more stress free. It's
Yeah.
just. I mean,
we
you
want to
can
get
you can
there.
do
That's
it
where we're
in your
heading.
sleep.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going to end the
stress-free
stream.
growth.
And I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to end the stream.
Hey,
and
to everybody out there in YouTube land, thank you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell.
Dang right. That's what we're talking about. And we will
yeah.
see you on the flip side. We're going to hang out in Discord, guys, and continue our stream with our members. Thank you so much. Check us out. We have a lot of fun. And look, people are making profit, and they're learning how to do this so that it's not losing money quick. So hang out with us, learn, and take some profit. We'll see y'all later.
Hey guys.
End.